Hello, Spinner94 here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today I'm bringing you a battle against Era, who I think is Wolf on my live stream. I hope I'm right, because I'll be honest, there's that many people turning up to these things now, I get confused too. So anyway, rocking a really interesting team. This is a UU battle, and anyone who brings a lot of non-UU mons to a UU battle has certainly got some bravery to say that. So I was quite looking forward to versing this team. This is just my standard UU team. I'm needing to build a new one. I'm hopefully going to do that this Friday. I'm going to just spend the day listening to music and building a new Pokemon team, hopefully, if everything goes to plan. So I'll lead off this match with Zapdos. I'm not one to hang around against this thing, because this thing can just destroy Zapdos altogether. So I decided to switch out, and I actually have choice specs on this thing instead of an assault vest now. Out of mistake, but to be fair, it actually worked pretty well in this match, as you're about to see here. So Volt switched out, and he's going to go into his Metagross here, as Mellow is just going to hit this thing up with a Moonblast and do absolutely bugger all to it. So I'm not one to hang around and get hit by a Meteor Mash. It's the last thing I'd certainly want to do. So I'm going to switch out and go into Steel Wheel here, who's just going to be able to take a hit from this thing for days, as long as it's not one of those weird special sets, because some people say that I've seen a special set on this run really well. Actually, it was a reflect light screen set, but it had special in, so it just catches you off guard so much. So anyway, this thing's actually got Iron Defense, so it starts setting up on me, and I'm like, ah, crap. So I expected a switch here, so I went for the knockoff here, and that does nothing. So this is actually a Mega Metagross, but obviously they couldn't Mega Evolve because it was UU, which is fair enough. So Iron Defense again, so now it's at +4 defense, I believe, so that is not good for me, as I'm just going to hit this thing with a Stab Earthquake and see how much damage it does. And it doesn't do too much. I'm like, I do have Roar on this set, but I completely forgot I did, so it was like, ah, crap. So Zen Headbutt's going to come in, and it's going to hit quite a bit. Definitely trying to go for the flinch, as I'm just going to go for an Earthquake here. I'm just happy to stay in just Earthquake for as long as I can, just to try and get as much damage on this thing. Because at least this thing is low health. So in comes Hyper Beam here, so that's really going to hurt, because I'm obviously defensive, not special defensive, but I do manage to live that as I go for an Earthquake here and finish this thing off for good. So that Hyper Beam actually really messed up Steel Wheel. I don't have a lot of ways to recover. I only really have lefties to recover on this thing, so I'm not at the best cushion of health now. So in comes the Stealth Fox here, and I'm thinking I'm just going to have to stay in, and Steel Wheel's going to have to be a sacrifice here, so I can get a clean switch in. So down goes Steel Wheel, but certainly did stop taking out that Metagross. So incoming Mellow. Flamethrow's definitely going to hit me up here and cause quite a bit of damage, as I'm going for a Toxic. And I'm just going to adjust the camera there, because obviously it was a bit chipped at the bottom there. I was trying to get as much in the screen as I can, and that's an awful lot better. I should have done that from the beginning, damn it. So anyway, Toxic's going to start racking up, as now incoming Psyshock here. And that's not good, because I'm going to take a butt ton of damage from that. I'm going to have to start healing up. So we are going to enter a very stally part of the match here, as I'm going to just be locked into healing, and this person's just going to be hitting me with Psyshock all the time. So Psyshock's going to come in again, doing another chunk of damage, but I'm just going to stay locked into Synthesis as long as I can, because I'm not wanting to lose Mellow this early on. So while I'm here, I'm going to propose a question here. Which kind of tier battles do you want to see me do? Because I've been doing a lot of UU battles, I'm doing NU battles this Saturday. Is there any particular tier you want me to see on the channel more? I do want to do OU eventually, but I must admit I've been playing a lot of OU, so I prefer not OU, but you know what, need some plans for my live stream, what tiers people are wanting to do. It could be tiers Smogon, it could be double battles VGC, all that good stuff. So just as I say, enter below, just tell us below what you're thinking, and we'll get onto that. So the Storm match is out again, as Sharpedo's going to come in. I'm going to Mega Evolve after that speed boost and be the fastest thing on the field. So I'm going straight for a Waterfall here, and I'm hoping to kill from there, which it does, thankfully. So this thing's definitely more special defensive than it is defensive, so that super effective damage is going to do this thing. So Rosarid's going to come in here, and I'm like, I wanted to stay and hit this thing on the Ice Fang, but I couldn't really risk it. This is actually a nice and shiny Rosarid. So incoming Toxic here, so this person predicts that switch beautifully. That was a really good one. So I'm saying that, I'm thinking, are you a special defensive wall, or do you just have Toxic to whittle down walls? So I go for a Heat Wave here, and that does a ton of damage and kills off this Rosarid for good. It's like a good job. I've been having no luck versing Rosarids recently. So Zapdos is going to take quite a bit of poison damage. Lucky this is an attacking set, not a defensive one. So I'm going to go straight for a Heat Wave. That does a good chunk of damage to this Toxic Hook, as Revenge is not going to do a thing to me, even though it, you know, is not very effective. So I go in for a Heat Wave here, and it misses, and it's like, ah, bollocks. So I do get wrecked by that Sludge Bomb here, not Wave, but that Heat Wave, it hadn't missed, just, so salty about that. So I knew there was a Ninjask on the back of the team, and I knew it could cause me problems. So I decide, you know what, I'm going to get Stealth Rocks set up. Even if Samson does die here, it's going to be worth the sacrifice just to get the Stealth Rocks up to do that and Ninjask. That Ninjask is going to be a pain. And I believe that Delphox is still hanging about. I can't remember if I killed it or not on this point in the battle. So, I hit this Toxicroak up. It's dead. You know, it's just dead after an earthquake. So, incoming Delphox here. So, between the poison damage and the Stealth Rock, this thing is going to, you know, hopefully die in a turn or two. So the flamethrower hits Samson up and down goes Samson. Probably not the best play on my part, but I just needed those Stealth Rocks up at this point. So Delphox is going to take a chunk of damage here as it does decide to go into Lancelot, and I'm pretty much happy from here because I can just go for the E-speed here. Boom, boom, boom. Kill that thing off for good. And I know the Stealth Rocks are going to come in, so I can hopefully deal with this. Whatever wants to come in from here. So incoming Ninjask here, and I'm just look at that damage here on the Stealth Rocks. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty good from here. Tries to go for a protect, but I'm like, you know what, I'm pretty safe from here. I'm just going to E-speed my way to victory here. Because that's what kind of Lancelot is on this team here, just to E-speed victories. I should try Banded, but, you know, Life Orb gives us a bit more variety just in case something goes to hell. So, that is pretty much the game, I believe. Yes, that is. And thank you for the battle, Wolf. I'm going to say it's you, Wolf. I hope I'm right. So, yeah, really good battle. Anyone who brings a lot of under tier mons to a UU battle is pretty good. As I say, it was definitely an interesting team to verse, so thank you for the battle. Anyway, this has been Spinner94 here. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and as ever, I hope you all have a nice day.